One of those bills and laws is a bill that allows municipalities or fire districts to charge fees for lift assists.
WIFR reporter Alyssa Kelly explores the legislation, meeting with leaders of a local fire district and senior living community who say the bill comes with positives and negatives.
Years back, you never heard of fire departments being called for lift assists.
North Park Fire Protection District's Deputy Chief Brian Kuntz says fire departments across the nation see an increase in calls for lift assists.
It's become daily.
Kuntz explains his department sometimes responds to the same location 3 times a day for lift assists.
When we're going to these lift assists, it pulls us out of service for an emergency call.
But a bill taking effect next year looks to change that. The legislation allows municipalities and fire districts to charge a fee for the individual assisted living facility or nursing home requesting help lifting a resident when it is not an emergency.
It's the cost of services that keep going up. You know, everybody's staffing shortages and you got to replace equipment. The more and more we're going out, the more wear and tear on equipment.
The bill was an initiative of the Illinois Municipal League, who argued the calls to departments for non-emergency services are a burden on local governments and shift liabilities.
Yes, we are here to help the community, but we are getting taken advantage of it, plain and simple.
For senior living communities like Wesley Willows, the impact of the new bill is minimal.
We're trained to provide lift assist, so we really only call the EMTs and fire department if somebody has been injured.
But Melissa Wright says it could affect other communities differently, like those who rely on departments for lift assists.
If families are looking at communities for their loved ones, that's a question they're going to need to start asking. What happens if mom or dad have a fall?
In the state line, Alyssa Kelly, WIFR News.
The bill states the fees must not exceed the actual personnel and equipment costs provided by the municipality or fire protection district.